Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, back with a new video. I never had to walk away. I'm doing this video in response to the many videos that are on YouTube right now, where many people who were affiliated with the Democratic Party are essentially walking away, from the party. People with skin color like this will say that they're walking off the plantation. But I think that's actually a great analogy for the Democratic Party, considering their history and a lot of the policies that they've supported. And it all started. If you're unfamiliar with WalkAway, there was a man who I think he posted a video on YouTube and on I believe on Facebook or Twitter, and about how he's changing his mind about the Democratic Party because the the Trump presidency seems to have a positive outlook. It's not as bad as he thought it was going to be, and when he expressed his opinions on the matter, he was met with all this hate, and and other people are saying the exact same thing, that they've been met with all these negative comments, all this hate from people who they actually consider their friends. I remember Scott Adams, the cartoonist for Dilbert. He talked about how he lost a large percentage of his friends, when he came out in support of the Trump presidency, and there were, and you got stuff where you have Maxine Waters calling for people to get in the face of the Trump administration, and basically, there's some people getting their MAGA hats stolen, being harassed, insulted, things like that. And I think it's great that they're actually, taking a stand. They're thinking for themselves. They're broken away from this zombie-like culture, this zombie-like mindset of thinking one way, and they're looking out for the best interest, and they see the outcome of the country is actually looking pretty bright, as opposed to those who are constantly saying that it's, this is, they almost believe that that this country is actually being ran by a Nazi regime, and that the supporters of said regime are Nazis themselves. Um, it's amazing. But I'm doing this video, like I said, in response to that. What I mean by what I say that I never had to walk away. I virtually was never part of that way of thinking, that party in itself. I may have voted. I think in all the years that I voted, starting in 2008, I may have voted Democratic. I may have voted for a Democratic candidate 3 times. That I can think of. I can't think of anyone else. I've either voted Republican or voted the Green Party. I remember the first time I registered to vote. It was back in Clarendon County, and I'm in South Carolina, by the way. And I went up to the table, and it was a primary. This was in January, I believe, and the lady said, you can pick which primary you want to vote in. And it took me about 10 seconds to think about it. And I came to a conclusion. I said, I voted in the Republican primary. And there was this lady. She was an older black lady, and I guess she looked up and said, "Are you really?" I said, "Yeah." "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." "Is anything wrong?" I said, "No, nothing's wrong. It just normally people would normally people like me, people who look like me, would vote Democratic." I said, "Oh no, I'll vote in the Republican primary," and I've been basically doing that ever since. I've always had a mindset of self. I've always thought about being self-reliant, spending money properly, not getting involved, and not getting the government not getting involved in things it shouldn't be getting involved in, like personal matters. Into that, and all things considered, that seems to be more in line with the Republican Party. Now, as I'm saying, I'm a zombie for the Republican Party myself. I know that there's been many spineless members of that party who have held office, and so I don't have a problem calling them out. But I think really what it was I remember that a lot of black people that I knew were Democrats. But I like to study history, and I thought, well, it's hard for me to see why that's the case when the Democratic Party historically has they helped create the Klan. They fought to uphold slavery. I think I'd say in a sense they still fight to uphold slavery. Um, generally it would be economic slavery, and in some sense cultural slavery. But you know, they create these policies that actually they create these policies that back certain policies that have not been friendly, in the long run, to black people, and then later it devolves into into people, into American public themselves. And so I can never think of a reason why I should support the Democratic Party. And over time, we just continued on. I remember a teacher of mine in high school called me a conservative. I told that story a while back. It turns out I'm very good with money. I'm very tight-fisted with money, and I've been called a very hard worker. Um, and it just seemed to be more of a it seems to be more of a conservative, more of a conservative mindset. I don't even think I've ever called myself a liberal. At least not in the sense of a classical liberal. So I've never had to worry about being disappointed because, for one, like I said, I held the Republican Party's feet to the fire at times, and I just didn't I decided I'm not going to be on that plantation, and this is where I'm at. I think things are looking good so far. You know, I've never once been ashamed to be an American, for one. Um, and it seems like it seems to be one of the characteristics of the Democratic Party to try to make it seems like they want to make people ashamed of being of this nation. I never understood why, but maybe they want to remake us like some other nations out there that they want to impress. Tell me what you think. So I'm actually happy to see a lot of young people leaving leaving that plantation. And yeah, they're gonna face a lot of hate for it. I still, I can't say still. I don't think I've been called a coon in a long time. Maybe I need to do more controversial videos. Uh, they're gonna get called names. You're gonna be people who you once called your friends. And they're gonna, they haven't gotten over their own issues, and they're gonna take it out on you because they think that they think you lost your mind. When really they're the ones who lost their mind. And it's sad when you look around and you just see danger everywhere you go. You see nothing but broke. You see everything that's broken. You see everything is just in shambles, and you can't see any good around you. I don't think that's a good way to live your life. It's very sad. And usually the victim mindset that the Democratic Party pushes tends to be a mindset of your situation, this X group situation is bad, and and these people on the people on this side are to blame. And I couldn't subscribe to anything like that because it's as a man it's a very weak position to start off on, and to carry on in that fashion. I think it's emasculating. I put it like that. But please tell me what you think. Have you had to walk away? I love to read you guys' comments. If you're new to the channel, please look up my older videos and look forward to new videos to come. If you want to donate to the channel, look for the PayPal button. Give up that cheese on my homepage, and you can make a donation to my channel to help with future projects. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I see what I can do to address them. I'm about to enjoy this bowl of chili while I watch some more videos. That's my video. Why I never had to walk away. I'm Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, and you guys take care.